Alright, I am in Fargo, North Dakota. Now you're looking at the Red River. It is also called Red River of the North, so it's not confused with the Red River that makes the border between Texas and Oklahoma. But this particular Red River forms the border between North Dakota and Minnesota. So North Dakota is here to the right, and this is Minnesota. This is the town, or the small city, of Moorhead, Minnesota. It's got about 44,000 people. And then Fargo is right here. Now Fargo has about 126,000 people, so it's about 3 times bigger than Moorhead. And altogether, the cities make up a metropolitan area of 249,000 people. So it's not a huge city, but it's big enough to have just about everything you need. Pretty much every store, big box retailer, restaurant chain, they're all here. Now that is Liberty Park. It runs along the Red River here on the edge of downtown. It's really nice. But anyway, I am here to see downtown first. So I'm going to head into the heart of downtown there and explore a little. But before we do that, let's see what it looks like from the air. I'm driving out of the park now, making my way into downtown, and I don't know, looks like they either got a lot of rain or there was a mistake in engineering. It's not too deep though. Real nice over there, over here though, isn't it? Really nice. Again, that's Moorhead there in the middle of frame. Moorhead, Minnesota. And I'm going to head in here right now into the city of Fargo. Alright, I'm in the heart of downtown now on Broadway Street. This seems to be the place where people gather. A lot of bars, restaurants, shopping. Fargo is a family city. Not much of a single scene here. Very low in crime. In the year 2020, they had 7 murders in the Fargo metropolitan area. That's really low. That's really low. It's a beautiful day today in Fargo. It's into the second week of June, and it's about 71, 72 degrees. The winters in Fargo are brutal. They last 7-8 months. They'll go through extended periods where it's below -20, and they'll go even longer periods of time where it's never above 0. So this is a very cold place. There's a look at the historic Fargo Theater. As usual, I read the Reddit boards for the city. You can always find out some interesting things about the area by what the locals post. And basically they say, like I said earlier, windy, long winters. It's a nice place for families, low crime, but there's not a lot to do here. It's kind of dull. The city lacks natural beauty. There are no mountains, oceans. People will say, yeah, there's lots of clubs and there's a big theater scene here. But once you've done all that, boredom sets in, and much of the city revolves around drinking. In fact, one poster said, people have two conversations in Fargo: the weather, and then where to drink that weekend. Now, there's a lot of good breweries here. Not surprising, since the city was founded primarily by Norwegian and Germans. So it makes sense that they have a lot of good breweries here. We'll try to visit one later. Alright, that is the tallest building in the city. Second tallest in the state. Right after the Capitol building in Bismarck. Got a nice little park area over there. You see people in their shorts, but long sleeve shirts as well. Because while it's around 70, there is wind. You can probably hear it. And it's got a bit of a bite to it. But one of the interesting things I read on the Reddit boards is postings from people who hadn't lived here that long, who say that the people seem friendly, but they're nice in a passive-aggressive way. I read that numerous times. They say it's hard to make friends here if you're new to the area. The people seem like they're nice, but it's all a sheen. I don't know. The people we've encountered have been pretty friendly, pretty nice. I don't know what to make of that, but it was interesting because there was a bunch of postings to that effect. But yeah, it's really nice here with the little fountain. And I'm in downtown. There's a lot of people here, so it gets traffic. It's not one of those downtowns that just sit empty. Now, the city does have a lot of things going for it. It's affordable to live here. Housing is affordable. Pretty good jobs as far as salary is concerned, and there are lots of jobs available. Fargo historically has amongst the lowest unemployment rates in the US, usually often below 3%. So there are jobs here, and according to the Redditors, a lot of them pay pretty decently. Anyway, I'm continuing to make my way down Broadway. Okay, kind of peters out here. I'm close to Main Avenue. See a bunch of railroad tracks come through the city here. Back there is where I came from. Got a few nice looking buildings over here, but pretty much everything is off Broadway here. That being said, it was really nice. It's a real nice street. Lots of people walking around. And for a city this size, that's about all it's going to be. There in the middle frame is a Wells Fargo bank. You may be wondering if Wells Fargo and the city of Fargo are connected in any way. They are. The city is named after William Fargo, who was the co-founder of Wells Fargo Bank. A couple other things about Fargo. It has a pretty impressive theater scene. It also has 3 universities. North Dakota State University, NDSU, Minnesota State University in Moorhead, across the river, and Rasmussen University. So that's pretty impressive. A city this size has that much higher education. Somebody tried to tell me it was one of the youngest cities in the US. It's not. The average age is 30.3. 30 years of age, 0.3. It's not even in the top 10. In case you're wondering, Provo, Utah is the youngest city in the US. Average age is 23. Anyway, we'll be heading to Provo later. But right now, it's about Fargo. Yeah, I'm about a block off Broadway now. As I was saying earlier, when you go off that street, it definitely a lot less traffic. You see some abandoned or empty buildings. This building is sitting empty. Looks like a good project though. I would buy something like that, fix it up. It's got a lot of potential. Another area of downtown a block off Broadway. It's a lot quieter, but it is still really nice. I will say this, the downtown of Fargo is really beautiful. Clean, no graffiti, no trash, well-kept buildings. It's beautiful, honestly. Now you guys know when I'm in a city, I always like to check out an alley or two. You can tell how serious a city is about keeping the core downtown clean by the alleys. Well, you're looking at it yourself. Not even a... Well, there's a cigarette butt. Oh, that's pretty much it though. Very clean alleyway. A little bit of graffiti that you'll always see. Let's see if you can see it here. Fight Club here. Yeah. Speed freak. Whoop, there's a bird in there too. Poor guy looks like he's lost. Well, I'll just leave him alone. Alright, there's another alley here called Roberts Alley. And it actually has businesses on it. You can see people walking around. And there's a shop or two. Scoop and Dough Candy Co. Yeah, several shops along this alley. That's interesting. Oh, and look at this. The boiler room. Right off this alley. That's kind of cool. And Teddy's Eatery and Parlor. Now that's a different idea, isn't it? Instead of letting your alley be an alley, put businesses in there. I like it. Yeah, look at that. Roberts Alley in the heart of downtown Fargo. And you can see the tallest building rising right there. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Beer and Fish Co. Yeah. Some dining and shopping. Here's another cool, some artwork. Better take a look at it. Here in Roberts Alley. That's pretty awesome. If I say so myself. Yeah, Beer and Fish Company. That is cool. In the alley. Underneath all these power lines. Just spotted this little bit of artwork here in this alley. You got these power, I guess, tubes for power lines that are empty. And they, or somebody has drawn flowers coming out of them. That's pretty cool, huh? Now I'm continuing down this alley. Fargo Theater on and off Broadway. That's pretty cool actually, because you remember the main street here is Broadway. That is the place to put a theater, I guess. Some more interesting artwork here in the alley. And look at that building. Yeah, it's old, you can tell. But would you believe that is upscale apartments? Yeah. Yeah, that is an upscale apartment building now. The Lofts on Roberts. How about that? Well, while I'm downtown, I'm going to have a beer at one of the local beer houses. JL Beers is recommended to me, so I'm going to go check it out. Alright, I'm having a Finnegan's Irish Coffee Stout. Looking forward to tearing into that. It's very much a hole-in-the-wall place. Real small, just a bar here. There is some excitement outside. There's a women's clinic next door. So we've got a bunch of protesters and a bunch of people, clinic escort, I guess that's to escort women in. And there were police here earlier. So yeah, some things are going on here in downtown Fargo. But I'm gonna have myself a little snack here at JL Beers. Okay, the beer is delicious, and I have ordered some Cajun French fries. Just having a snack now because I had a big breakfast. And with ketchup, and they smell good. You can smell the heat from here.
All right, well, I enjoyed my beer and light lunch at JL Beers.
You can see all the people there, the protesters and the counter-protesters for the women's clinic there. But anyway, I'm gonna head back to the Bronco now and explore some of the neighborhoods around the city. All right, I am cruising down Main Avenue. This is a main thoroughfare through the city. Still in downtown. I'm gonna take a drive down the street. One thing you do notice driving around the city and then walking downtown is lots of bars, beer halls. This is a city of beer drinkers. Not surprising, because like I said earlier, it was founded in the late 1800s, early 1900s, primarily by Germans and Norwegians. But I did read in Reddit that, or on the Reddit boards, a lot of the people say the drinking culture is pretty big here. It's a city of drinkers because there's just not a lot to do. And well, let's not forget, we've got 3 universities in this city. And what do college kids like to do? That's right, they like to go drinking. Looks like the occasional empty building here and there. It's not the prettiest part of town. That being said, much of this city is really, really beautiful. Now I'm in a neighborhood just south of downtown, just off the river. Beautiful homes here. Beautiful old homes. Look at that. Look at some over here on the side. And again, the trees. I mean, wow. Goes on for blocks and blocks, just like this. Absolutely beautiful. Now I know the newer part of town is south, and there's a lot of the newer areas there. I did go down there, but I'm not going to include it in the video because, I mean, honestly, it just looks like suburban USA city anywhere in the country. I mostly like to focus on these interesting old neighborhoods. You can see these beautiful homes. A lot of this here, but just look at these trees. I mean, wow. I hope the camera catches it. It's just a beautiful street to drive down. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm just going to drive down it a little bit, not say much. Gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, Fargo may be quiet and a little dull, but man, it's got some beautiful neighborhoods. These go on for blocks and blocks. And even when you come out of here, you'll see smaller homes, but they still have all these beautiful trees. Wow, I love it. Very much of Fargo, honestly, it's beautiful. These are modest houses, but they're well kept. I noticed that about Bismarck too. It's just got huge trees lining the streets. It's really nice. Now there are pockets of or areas that are clearly lower income, as close to a hood as you can get, I guess. And it's generally trailer houses, trailer parks. That's one of the things I've noticed in this part of the country, is that the lower income parts of the city, or the cities up here, tend to be in trailer parks. That is pretty much where the roughest parts of town are, I guess. The lowest income for sure, because you see a lot of this here. You know, a couple of city blocks, trailer parks that look like this. Pretty much, or a lot of the homes here are in really good shape. Okay, I'm driving into what the FBI says statistically is the most dangerous area of Fargo. Now the FBI will put a map of a city out, and parts of it will be green, that's safe. Parts will be yellow, that's in between. And then it will have bright red spots. That's the dangerous parts of the city. That's what I'm driving in right now in Fargo. I'm right in the middle of the red, deep red part of the city. And look at that. Look what we have. 2-story houses with manicured lawns. Yeah. You see a lot of that here in the Midwest. It's just the area that's supposedly dangerous just aren't, or at least not that bad. You know, it's just a testament to the fact that Fargo is a safe city. I'm just going to drive around a little bit here, but I mean, there's just not much to see, is there? A lot of businesses here, and then of course you've got some homes mixed in. Homes that are in, quite honestly, good condition. A couple small ones here. Passed these earlier. That's a really small house. It says "we're drinking" on the front of it. I guess that goes with the theme of the town, right? That looks abandoned. But yeah, this is it. The most dangerous area of Fargo. Look at this. Even in the hood, so to speak, still got tall, beautiful trees. That's definitely the trademark of this part of the country. These huge, beautiful trees, tree-lined streets. That's an interesting looking place, isn't it? Anyway, I'll take a look just another bit longer here. Yeah, here it is. I'm right in the middle of the red, the dangerous part of Fargo. Doesn't look like much, does it? I mean, when I say that, I mean it doesn't look dangerous. Actually, pretty good shape. I mean, you know, 2-story houses, pretty good condition. This is the highest crime area, probably because of property crime. That's the only thing I can think of. That house is a little beat up, but yeah. If you guys have been following me on my channel, you know that I've seen a lot worse. This is nothing. We are heading into downtown to have a late lunch at a German beer hall. It's highly rated here, so we'll go give it a try. You know what? We haven't even talked about Fargo, the movie.
I was gonna say, we have talked about it.
That's one of my all-time favorite movies. I gotta admit, I was interested in coming here just because I love that movie so much. But I looked into it, and actually none of the movie was filmed here. It's called Fargo, but it was all filmed in Minnesota and a little bit of northern North Dakota.
What about the parts that were supposed to be in Brainerd? Where are they shot?
I think they actually did shoot in Brainerd. I'm not sure, but I do know that the opening scene takes place in Fargo, where William H. Macy's character gives the two criminals the car. That's set in a Fargo bar, but that was actually shot in a Minneapolis bar. And that bar's been since closed and torn down. So, love that movie though. And it's funny, you know, you hear the way the people talk in that movie. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected to hear that a little bit, but nobody here in Fargo talks like that. That was just an exaggerated accent, I guess.
Didn't you say the lady on the way in at like a convenience store
when we were
like that? We
were halfway between Bismarck and Fargo. There was a lady at a gas station that talked a little bit like that. But everyone I've talked to here in Fargo just talks like a regular American. Does not have that accent at all. So those of you who are watching this video who thinks maybe we're hearing that dialect, we're not. Let's put that one to rest. People here do not talk like that. We're taking a bit of a walk down Broadway.
Can't help it. It's
to go to the restaurant, huh?
Can't help it. It's beautiful out.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Gorgeous weather.
Yeah, it's mid-70s and sunny.
So the perfect weather to walk.
It is the perfect weather, huh? The city looks good today, and there's quite a few people about. So, it's like I was saying earlier in the video, it's a pretty vibrant downtown. Lots of apartments here, and there's lots under construction right here in downtown.
Yeah, and you don't see anything abandoned or anything like a lot of downtown areas, especially down south. You don't see any of those abandoned businesses like you do in some cities, which is always a shame.
Yeah, there's very little in the way of abandoned businesses. Yeah, empty buildings. All right. Worst beer hall. We're going in now. Just trying some different local ciders.
No, that's gonna be the zombie killer. That one's like a rascal.
Zombie killer, that's what that was called. Good? And she picks the strawberry, right? And I am having Twisted Midnight, which is a chocolate malt and coconut stout. I've already tasted it, it's really good. Well, I'm going to have some West Fargo smoked German sausage.
I don't know yet.
I'm here in Fargo, I'm going to eat Fargo food.
Alright, I don't know. I mean, I want the sausage, but at the same time, their chicken salad sounds really good.
Well, get what you want.
Good.
Well, our pretzels are here.
They're nice and hot.
You're the Philadelphian, the expert on pretzels. How are they?
They're good.
They're good?
Mm-hmm.
Mustard?
Not with cheese sauce, though. You gotta have mustard.
You gotta have mustard, of course. What are you gonna have?
I have a jalapeno cheddar sausage, but I think I'm gonna throw some peppers on there and onion.
Jalapeno cheddar made out of Castleton, North Dakota. Okay, so at least it's relatively local.
Yes.
All right, my German sausage has arrived in French bread. Looks good.
Mine looks even better.
And you got two more pretzels and the jalapeno cheddar, right?
Yep, jalapeno cheddar. Yeah.
In French bread, fresh made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, next I'm gonna try a local beer, Broken Rudder, right out of Fargo. Broken Rudder, right out of Fargo. And I like Irish ales.
I'm gonna have a different cider. I'm gonna have pear
Have a
one.
different cider.
Yeah, is it this one? I don't know, there's one with
Fruit.
pear in it.
Lemonade.
I think it's this one.
All right, we are done at the Worst Beer House. It was really good. Great sausage made there. Good beer. We're gonna go have one more drink before we head back to the hotel.
Cowboys Jack's. Yep, Cowboy Jack's right here on the it's on the tracks, the railroad tracks. So yeah, we're gonna go over there now, see what they got. All right, we're at Cowboy Jack's having some Jack Daniels, and we got some excitement. A train. Woo! It's close. Yeah? It's close by. It's close by, isn't it? All right, here comes the caboose. Oh, there isn't a caboose. It's another engine. What can I say? I'm still like a little boy when it comes to trains. I think all of us men are. Okay, so our time in Fargo is done. We are heading to Sioux Falls, South Dakota next.
Cool.
Yeah, so be looking for that video.